How to save your first $100,000, even if you're on a completely average salary. I know exactly what you're thinking right now. 100 grand? On my income? That's impossible. And I'm telling you, it is not. I've watched people earning 40, 50,000 a year hit this number, and I've watched people earning 200,000 stay broke their entire lives. The difference has almost nothing to do with how much you make. It has everything to do with 5 specific moves. And make sure you watch all the way to the end, because the 5th one, the final one, is the reason most people never get there, and almost nobody talks about it. Let's start with move number 1. Pay yourself first. Now, you've probably heard this phrase before, and you nodded, and you did absolutely nothing with it. So let me explain what it actually means. Most people do this. The money comes in, they pay the rent, they pay the bills, they buy the groceries, they spend on the weekend, and then whatever is left over, that's what they save. And you know what's left over at the end of the month? Nothing. 0. There's always something. A car repair, a birthday, a sale you couldn't miss. So here's what you do instead. The day your paycheck hits, before you do anything else, you move a fixed percentage straight into a separate account. 10%, 15, 20 if you can. And here's the key. You automate it. You set it up so it happens without you thinking about it, without you deciding every month. Because if it depends on your willpower, you will lose. Every single time. Make the savings invisible, and you'll be shocked how fast it adds up. Move number 2, and this is the one that quietly destroys most people: kill the lifestyle creep. Here's what happens to almost everyone. You get a raise. Great. You're making more money. So what do? You get a slightly nicer apartment, a slightly nicer car. You eat out a little more. You upgrade the phone, and 6 months later, you're earning more than ever. And you're saving exactly the same as before, maybe less. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it is the single biggest reason high earners stay broke. Think about it. If every time your income goes up, your spending goes up to match, you will never get ahead. It doesn't matter if you make $50,000 or $500,000. So here's the rule. When your income rises, your lifestyle stays flat. And the difference goes straight into savings. The next raise you get, before you upgrade anything, ask yourself one question. Do I actually want this, or am I just spending because I can? And by the way, if you've ever caught yourself buying something just because you got a little extra money, be honest. Hit that like button. Move number 3, increase the gap. Now, here's where I have to be straight with you. You cannot save your way to $100,000 on cutting coupons alone. Saving is one side of the equation. The other side, the bigger side, is how much you earn. The gap between what you make and what you spend. That gap is your wealth-building machine. And the fastest way to grow that gap is to grow your income. Ask for the raise. Take on the side project. Learn the skill that pays. Most people spend years trying to shave $20 off their grocery bill when they could spend that same energy increasing their income by $1,000 a month. I'm not saying don't be careful with your spending. You should be. But understand the math. There's a limit to how much you can cut. There's no limit to how much you can earn. Pour your energy into the side that has no ceiling. Now, I want to tell you something I learned the hard way. For years, I thought saving money meant just letting it sit in my bank account. I felt safe. I felt responsible. And the whole time, inflation was quietly eating it alive. Every year, that money was worth a little less, and I didn't even feel it happening. By the way, if you're getting value out of this, do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel. I put out practical money videos every week. No hype, no get-rich-quick nonsense. Just what actually works. Click the bell so you don't miss the next one. Which brings me to move number 4. Make your money work. Don't let it sleep. Saving $100,000 in a regular account is not a goal. It's a slow leak. Because of inflation, money that just sits there loses value every single year. So, once you've built up a small cushion, a few months of expenses for emergencies, the rest needs to be working. And I'm not talking about anything fancy or risky here. I'm talking about the basics. Low-cost index funds, retirement accounts that give you tax advantages, assets that grow over time and pay you while you sleep. Here's the part nobody really feels until they see it: compound interest. When your money earns returns, and then those returns earn returns, something almost magical happens. It starts slow, painfully slow. For the first few years, it barely moves, and you'll be tempted to quit. But then it accelerates. $200 a month, invested consistently, can grow into hundreds of thousands over time. Not because you saved more, but because time and compounding did the heavy lifting. The lesson is simple. The earlier you start, the less you have to save, because time becomes your most powerful employee. And now, move number 5, the big one, the one I promised you at the start, the one almost nobody talks about. Protect your money from yourself. Look, here's the truth that took me years to understand. The biggest threat to your $100,000 isn't the market. It isn't your salary. It isn't inflation. It's you. It's the version of you that sees the savings account growing and thinks, I've been so disciplined, I deserve a little reward. It's the version of you that panics when the market drops and pulls everything out at the worst possible moment. It's the version of you that sees a friend getting rich on some hot tip and throws your safety net into something you don't understand. Building wealth is not about being a genius. It's about not doing something stupid at the wrong moment. So you have to build systems that protect you from your own emotions. Automate everything, so you can't forget and you can't chicken out. Don't check your investments every day. It only makes you anxious and reactive. Decide your rules in advance, when you're calm, and follow them when you're not. The people who hit 100,000 and then 1,000,000 are not the smartest people in the room. They are the most consistent. They are the most boring. And boring, when it comes to money, is exactly what you want to be. So, let's bring it all together. Pay yourself first and automate it. Kill the lifestyle creep so your raises actually mean something. Increase the gap by growing your income, not just cutting costs. Put your money to work so compounding does the heavy lifting. And protect your money from your own emotions, because that's the part that beats everyone. Do these 5 things consistently, and your first 100,000 isn't a fantasy. It's just math and time. The first one is the hardest. After that, the second 100,000 comes faster, because now your money is helping you build it. Now I'm curious, where are you on this journey right now? Are you just starting out, or are you already on your way? Drop a comment below and tell me. And tell me which of these 5 moves you're going to start with this week. I read every comment, and I'd genuinely love to know. See you in the next video.